Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly indices forecast. So first check what happens on DAX, and as we can see, price bounce around our resistance. There was price tried to break this resistance with the false breakouts, and then we had reaction. Yes, and now price is pointing up. So let's see what can happen next. And of course, if we go to weekly chart, we still have levels from last week. We know that price is pointing up right now, but there is also chance for some retracements back to the 36 EMA or for still continuation. The highest point is of course up here. So if we go to daily chart, if I zoom out, now we can adjust this line. If you like this resistance, we can adjust to the previous stops, or we can just remove this level and just leave it as it is, leaving this support zone. So we know that if price simply continue to go up, of course we pay attention to previous tops. If the previous tops are broken, then we have another area of the resistance. Okay, so if we levels are still the same, nothing changed. Okay. So what can happen now? If we pay attention to the daily, it seems that price is reacting on the 12, so we might to see this continuation like I showed you on the 4-hour chart. Also, price like to continue or bounce around the 12 EMA if we have strong momentum and we have volatility. But there is also option that price will just make double top, for example, and then will retrace. So of course, every single retracement to this zone is our option to go and buy this. And of course, then we will see if we target previous tops or next resistance. In case if price breaks this level, then we can expect bigger retracements from the higher perspective. And then, of course, probably this support zone might be our target. But right now, everything is pointing up. So for me, it's still option to go long. If we go to 4-hour chart, like I said, our goal right now is the previous top. This is our trend line, which was broken. It price, didn't bounce on the 36. We had this breakout, but still there was no EMA crossover. Okay, so price now is pushing up. So if we pay attention to 1-hour chart right now, it's visible that price might to go up. So right now we want to have retracements, and after retracements we want to buy this. Yeah, so on the 15-minute chart, after retracement we are okay to buy, and on the 5-minute time frame it will be a little bit too late, so it's better to get at least, I don't know, 15-minute retracement, and after 15-minute retracement try to go long. If you want to try late entries, right now it's difficult to say, but for example, if you get 1 to 3 here, you can try, but you have to manage this very fast. If market opens without momentum and, for example, start to range here, then after range breakout, you can look for buy scenarios. So right now, I wouldn't go for any sells. Right now, buys. If we think about the sells, at least I would like to wait for this trend line to be broken. Okay, so after this trend line breakout, we can look for sells. So that's why I said that price might go to this level, maybe bounce, maybe continue. If bounce, of course, then we can, for example, try to make this. Okay, so this is DAX, NASDAQ. So last time we said about the short scenarios or long scenarios, and also here price went up and then went down. Okay, so let me just go to higher time frames. Same story, similar story to what I want to say to DAX. That price did exactly same move. First of all, reacted around the resistance. Yes, we said that this is area of the resistance. Now it seems that it's pushing up, so it seems that we have this steep long 1 to 3 on the daily chart. Of course, we know from the weekly time frame perspective that of course this is important level for us, because here we can expect breakouts, continuations, or still bounces and maybe bigger range. Okay, if this is broken, of course we can go higher. If this resistance will be broken, we can go higher to the next level, which is here. Okay, so we go to daily chart. Like I said, now is pointing up. 4-hour time frame also is pointing up, and like I said, we were around the resistance. Okay, this is like a previous top. So we can pay attention what price will do here. Okay, And if we want to find the next area of the resistance of the 4-hour chart, we will see that the last spike is also area of the resistance. Okay, so we can just see how price will react around this previous spike. This is our trend line on the 4-hour time frame. And now, if price continue to go up, okay, then we have levels, okay, where price might to go. If we stay here, then we can expect some bounces and then retracement where to the trend line. After trend line breakout, we can look for short. But if price again bounce and will make for us long 1 to 3, we can look for buy scenarios and target this resistance. In case of the breakout, we know where is the next level. So if we go to 1-hour chart right now, on Friday, this was quite strong momentum. After retracements, yes, after retracement, you look for buy scenarios. Okay, so after retracement, you look for buys. 15-minute chart, also after bigger retracement, you look for buy scenarios. Okay, so this is what we have. Target, like I said, previous stop, but keep in mind that we are around the resistance anyway. Right now, this is like the highest point for us here. Okay. So this is NASDAQ US 30. So price reached here resistance, and we had this reaction. Okay, so we didn't have continuation. Price reacted, went down the strong way. So let's go to daily chart. Maybe let me delete those lines. So we will make top down from the beginning. Okay, so price didn't continue to the highest point, but reacted around this lowest point of the resistance. So weekly time frame still seems to have like a weekly long 1 to 3. Of course, this weekly trend line was broken. So if this is possible continuation, of course, we want to go long even to the previous tops and maybe the new highs. Okay. Especially like I said, monthly chart is still building long monthly 1 to 3. So we have this resistance, like I said. So now is interesting. What we will have next area is of course here, and the next is all on the tops. So we have it here, and this is our support zone. So we see that price is making 1 to 3 on the weekly, but it's still not confirmed if price might go up or down. Yes, so we are still in kind of the range, which is visible right now on the daily chart. If I zoom out, we will see, yes, that this is area of the support. Of course, indices like to spike. We have a lot of spikes. So this is our next support zone. This is our resistance, okay? And the next area of the resistance on the daily is where we had this spike, okay? So this is another zone, but currently seems to be like a range. We can also draw this trend line here, and we will see right now that this is good level for continuation, and price still might create for us higher lows, as you can see. So we can have possible bounce, and maybe price will go where? To the previous resistance here. In case of the breakout, we have next level. If price reacts here, then we can expect again that price might go where? To this trend line. After trend line breakout, to the support or to the next support zone. If this is here just stop and price will break this level, then of course this is our next area of the support. In case of the breakout, we have to find the next level where price might to stop. So this is a little bit tricky situation right now. This is trend line which we can draw. So you see right now it's a little bit far away from our price action, but this might be also important line. Maybe price will not go straight forward this, but stays here. Yeah, so there's a lot of things can happen right now on the US 30, not clear situation. However, if we pay attention to price action, right now what is clear that there was strong momentum to go short, and now we have retracement. We would like to see retracement where? To the 36 EMA, and if this happens, okay, we want to try to still sell as an intraday trading combination. All those things were from like a bigger perspective, yes, but before maybe price, continue to go up, maybe you will still have something like this, yes, and then price continue to go up to the next level. Okay, right now we can just remove this trend line, so we will not be too much confused about that. So right now retracement, short scenarios to the trend line. If we go to 1 hour chart, This is the line which I drew previously. Okay, so we know that it's a little bit far away, but it's important. Keep in mind about this trend line. And if we go to 4-hour chart, right now we have, sorry, if we have 1-hour chart and we change the angle of the trend line, this is the angle. So this is also nice line. Of course, this will be close to the 36 EMA. So that's why if price, continue to go to this level, stops here, starts to bounce, we can look for this trend line to be broken, and we look for short scenarios. Okay, so here we try to look for short scenarios after breakout. And if the 36 is broken, this is also area of the resistance on the 4-hour chart. So we see that we have a lot of things going on the US 30 on the lower setting on the lower time frames. Yeah, so this is the resistance. So another level for possible bounce. But if price breaks this level with the 36, then we can again try to go long to this resistance. But again, keep in mind about this trend line in case of the breakout. Okay, so this is what we have. A little bit things going on, but we have to. So if we have a situation like this, guys, if we compare US, if we compare DAX, and if we compare NASDAQ, then price is obvious where it can go. If we have a situation like this, and we have a lot of things where price, for example, might to stop or might to bounce, might to react, we are not sure, or we skip our trading, or we lower the risk. That's all what we can do. Okay, Nikkei, what we said, breakouts or bounces around this support zone. So we see that price went up. There was like a false breakout. So if we look for bounces, price reached this level, even broke it, make for us 1, 2, 3, and now is pushing up. This was, of course, option to try, but if you want to try this setup, you have to lower the risk. Why? Because this setup still retraced to this area of the of range. It was not the setup which stays above, yes, or a little bit lower. It sometimes can go, yes. Now this looks like a false breakout and possible retracement, but we also have this trend line which was holding, so price went up. So if you try this, it's okay, but keep in mind to lower your risk. So right now we have breakout of this area. So if we have breakout, we know what to do. We know that weekly is a big range. So what we would like to do, have continuation maybe to the next area of the resistance, which is of course up here, but is like a long term. In between, we have this trend line where price might stop. And if we pay attention for the resistance, this might be area of the resistance. If we zoom out a little bit, of course, this whole zone here is our resistance. And this is our next possible stop, and we will see what price will do. If we reach this level and price will break this, then we can easily go to this. But if we stops here, price might bounce, and where can go? To this support, in case of the breakout, to the lowest point. So now on Nikkei, it's obvious what we want to do: retracements, trend line, okay, and we want to go and buy this. Also, if we go to 1-hour chart, so after some retracements, we want to go and buy this. This is our trend line. So we see on the 1-hour chart, you can draw it quite nicely. And this is what we have. Okay. On the 4-hour chart, it will be a little bit different, but it's still the same trend line. So right now, we look for buy scenarios. And the Aussie 200 is the last one. So as we can see, we said last time, or breakouts or short bounces. So price didn't retrace, didn't make this deeper retracement. Of course, we set retracement to the 36 EMA, to the 4-hour chart trend line, but price decided to continue to go up. And on the 1-hour chart, you see we had the setup on the 1-hour time frame. We also had this setup, if you like, retracement to the 36. So you can, of course, as long as the 36 is holding, you can still look for lower time frames to look for late entries. Okay, so this is what we had. So price continued to go, and it went to the next area of the resistance, as you can see, slowly went up. So let's go to weekly chart, and this can continue really to the previous stops. Yeah, so this was obvious and clear. Weekly long 1 to 3. Now it's continuation. So it seems that the momentum is there. We draw this resistance as a possible next stop because last time we were here, so this is quite far away distance. That's why we wanted to find something in between. If this is broken, then price can really go to the previous stops. Yes, previous stops. In between, you also have this. So if you want to pay attention to some other levels, you can also draw it this line. And now, of course, again, as long as it's pushing up, we can wait for any retracement and we can try to go long. Okay, now we see that this small stop, this area of the resistance was broken. So right now, of course, late entries, any retracements and late entries, option to go and buy this are okay. In terms to trade against main direction, this is our like a 1 hour chart trend line. It's like almost maybe with the 4-hour chart. If I go to 4-hour chart, it will be, you see, also on the 4-hour time frame. So if we think to trade against main direction, at least you have to wait for breakout of this trend line, and then you can trade against main direction target 4-hour chart 36 EMA and the support zone. I wouldn't try to catch. Of course, if you are a scalper, you can also trade on the retracement. Yes, like here, for example. But this is not the way how I trade. Of course, it's possible whenever you draw any trend line after trend line breakout, you can look for short scenarios, for example. Yes, but this is not my style. I prefer to or wait for the retracements, try to buys, or after trend line breakout, look for short scenarios and have a little bit more probability that the price might to go in my direction. So guys, that's all for indices. Wish you all wonderful Sunday and see you soon. Bye.